Gert back again with the equipment aboard the Yamato. Just going to give you another tour of what it looks like. So basically we've got our 4 batteries in place directly underneath the center hatch. This is where the heaviest weight of the model is centered at. And then the only other weight we have is the CO2 bottle, a large one. This one's 16 ounce. Typically she'll have a 20 ounce CO2 bottle, so we're looking at a 3-pound bottle in this area here of the bow. Okay. So the decks will be closed up and we're going to weigh this model. Now these are 6-volt 12 amp hour batteries. So this model runs on 6 volts 48 amps. So when the motors were new and she was fresh, I could actually run this model for about 8 hours. I did it one day. I spent 8 hours running it. Now what I mean by that is, as long as the model could propel itself by its propellers. So even if it was crawling, it still had to move on its own under propeller power. Okay, and I managed to squeeze out about 8 hours like that. A good run, we're talking 6 to 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours, I should say. Typically, most runs I run for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I've got more than enough power. However, it did come in handy. One day I had a speed control in the boat. I put it at full power. This model was running around like a speedboat. The ESC overheated. It shut down. She was locked in a turn to port, and she did circles for about 45 minutes before she stopped running. I arrived at the scene, and I was about 50 feet away from the model on the opposite side of the pond, and I just tried the radio, and I had power again. So the ESC cooled down, and I was able to get power. There is a receiver battery here. That's typically the type of batteries I would use on this. I am going to be, since she's retired from combat now, I can actually get rid of this system. I'm thinking about reducing the amount of batteries I need in this, and going with an electronic speed control, which would sit about here, and give her some proportional control on her speeds and get rid of the battery. So let's put the top back on and weigh this beast and see where we are for weight.